Hi dear students, this week our main objective towards learning will be bridging the gap between your previous curriculum from grade 9 and new curriculum which is grade 10. So let's begin. Today our lesson is about exclamatory sentences and clauses of result. In today's lesson we have three objectives. Number 1. Identify the use and structure of exclamatory sentences. Number 2. Deduce rules after reading two sentences to express clauses of result. And number 3. Apply knowledge of exclamatory sentences and the clauses of result to complete 5 sentences. Dear students, I want you to look at the pictures and read the sentences following carefully. How messy the room is. What a beautiful flower. How high the cat jumps. All right, now I'm going to ask you a question. What type of sentences was presented with the pictures? You have a minute to pause the video and think about it. You can also stop the video, go back to the previous slides and read the sentences again. Okay, I'm sure by now you must have found the correct answer. The type of sentences presented are known as exclamatory sentences. Now, let's see what are exclamatory sentences and why do we use them? We use exclamatory sentences to give emphasis to the meaning of adjective, adverb, or noun. They are used to express. Let's look at some of the examples now. Enthusiasm. What an amazing birthday party. Surprise. It was so beautiful. Admiration. How beautifully she paints. And finally, anger. He is such an unusual man. Dear students, take a pause for a while and read the 4 sentences again, along with the use of exclamatory sentences. As you can clearly see, we usually put an exclamation mark at the end of an exclamatory sentence. Now, let's read the examples below and answer the question, what does the speaker want to emphasize? In order to deduce the rules of exclamatory sentences, let's read the examples first. How wonderful! What a nightmare! It's so cold outside. It's such an important game. As you can clearly see, that the speaker wants to emphasize what follows the word in blue in each sentence. Dear students, I want you to pause for a while and take down notes as you deduce the rules by identifying what follows the words in blue in each of these sentences. Let's see some more examples now. Read the 4 sentences. In the first sentence, how quickly he drove the car. In this sentence, we have an adverb after how. Similarly, in the second sentence, it's so modern. So is followed by an adjective, which clearly explains our first rule, that is, to make exclamations, use how and so before an adverb or an adjective. Now let's look at the third sentence. What a car! In this sentence, we have a noun after the word what. And in the last sentence, it's such an expensive car. In this sentence, we have an adjective followed by a noun after such. Well, this clearly explains our second rule, that is to make exclamation, we use a noun or an adjective plus noun after what and such. Now, without wasting time, let's have a look at these rules. I hope the rules are clear by now. If you want, you can stop the video and go through the uses again. Make sure you take down notes in your copybooks. Finally, to end the objective and to assess your understanding of exclamatory sentence, read the 4 sentences and choose the correct answer. You may pause for a minute now. Alright, let's discuss. In the first sentence, we have an adjective followed by a noun. So the correct answer is, what a beautiful day. In the second sentence, we have an adjective. So the correct answer is, how big. The third sentence, we have an adjective again. So the correct answer is, I feel so bored. And finally, in the last sentence, we have an adjective followed by a noun. So the correct answer here is, she has such beautiful eyes. Well done, dear students. If you've got correct answer, you are doing great. Now please open your notebook and write 4 exclamatory sentences using what, how, so, and such. You can also make use of the given pictures. After you finish writing, make sure to get your sentences checked by your English teacher. Now let's move on to the second objective and the most important part of our lesson today. I would like you to read the 2 examples, then answer the questions that follow. Let's read the sentences first. The game was so exciting that the fans didn't want it to end. It was such an exciting game that the fans didn't want it to end. Now, my dear students, you may pause for a while and think of the answers to the 2 questions. Alright, let's discuss the answers together. What didn't the fans want to happen? The fans didn't want the game to end. Why didn't they want this to happen? Because the game was so exciting. Dear students, as you can clearly see, the first part, the game was so exciting, expresses cause or reason of something. Whereas the second part, the fans didn't want to end, expresses the effect of the action. Similarly, in the second sentence, we have the cause or the reason and its effect. We use clauses of result to express the result of an action or a conclusion. Let's look at the structure or form of sentence expressing clauses of result with the help of same examples. As you can see, we often use so and such to talk about cause and effect. In the first sentence, we have so followed by an adjective plus that and the clause. So to express result, we use so plus adjective or an adverb plus that and the clause. In the second sentence, such is followed by an adjective plus noun. So we have the second rule, such plus a or an plus adjective plus noun and the that clause. Note that it can also have a noun without an adjective. So, to express clause of result, we use the following structure. Now, let's go deeper to study the forms. Now that you are familiar with the structure, let's look at the sentences. The first sentence, the car was so expensive that we couldn't buy it. In this sentence, we have so followed by an adjective plus that and the clause. Whereas in the second sentence, he spoke so quickly that I couldn't understand him, so is followed by an adverb. Moving on to the second form. was such a hot day that I went for a swim. They are such good players that they will probably win the game. You can clearly see both these sentences have an adjective plus a noun plus that and the clause. Now, to assess your understanding of the clauses of result, dear students, take a pause for a minute and read the sentences to choose the correct answers. Alright, let's discuss them together. In the first sentence, as you can see in the option, we have an adjective followed by a noun. So the correct answer will be D. They were such nice people that everyone enjoyed their company. In the second sentence, as you can see in the option, we have only an adjective. So the correct answer is C. The piano was so heavy that Mike and John couldn't move it. Well done, students. Please open your notebook and complete the sentences given below expressing clauses of result. Make sure after you write the sentences, get them checked by your English teacher. Finally, moving on to our last objective, dear students, I want you to pause the video for 3 minutes to complete the dialogues with how, what, so or such. You may pause now. Alright, I guess you must have answered them correctly. Now let's check. Number 1. Mark, I have dash amazing news. I won a trip to China. I can't believe it. As you can see, the first sentence is an exclamatory sentence. We have an adjective here followed by a noun. So our answer is such. Again, the second sentence here is an exclamatory sentence with an adjective nice. So our answer here is how nice. Let's read the third sentence. Yeah, I entered dash many competitions that I had to win something someday. Third sentence clearly expresses clause of result. We have an adjective here, so the correct answer is so. Number 4 is again an exclamatory sentence with a noun before the blank, so the correct answer is what? And what a prize to win. Now let's read the last sentence. I know it was dash a surprise when they called me that I didn't believe it at first. This sentence clearly expresses clause of result. In this sentence, we only have a noun, so the answer is such. Dear students, I hope you got the correct answer. Now please open your notebook and write 4 sentences using the forms given below expressing clauses of result. Don't forget to get your answers checked by your English teacher. That's all for today, my lovely students. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.